Welcome to Center of Light. I hope your belly's full. I hope your heart's full. Center of Light tonight. Center of Light Bridge. Speaking of bridge, Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, my new bestseller. If you have not read this book yet, it's right where we are, right where we can choose to be, to simply move from memory, presence, to potential. I'm going to show this banner again. Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. The link is in this forum. If you've purchased it already, if you haven't purchased already, use that link on Amazon to do that now. Bestseller. If you have purchased it and read it, now would be a phenomenal time to use the same link and give this book a rating, and or please leave a review. A year in review. Wow. So tonight is Center of Light Bridge. Memory, presence, and possibility. Memory. When we use memory simply as a reflection, is one thing. But when we use memory to dwell on the past, it becomes anchored in stone, from soul to bone, if you will. It's a little tough to shake because we are unconsciously or even deliberately going back to the past in the form of memory to dwell. It can take a spell to remove, loosen up all that has turned to stone. Presence is fluidity. It's fluid like water. It moves with the stream of life, the conscious river that moves in all of us when we become present of that very experience. Possibility is fire. Everything happens in the fire. A year in review. Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, link now posted in the forum. Let's see what's happening on YouTube. Let me do a couple of refresh real quick. I quite enjoyed it. My Christmas theme. Let's do some of that. There we go. Let's make sure everything's working. Technology's phenomenal when it works. Center of Light Bridge. Memory. Presence. Possibility. Past, present, future, possibility, infinite potential. A year in review. Well, let's do that. You don't have to mold over every single nook and cranny like a grandpa or granny. Too hyper-fixed, too hyper-focused. Release your focus, pull back, just glance over your year. Now, I do invite that as you're glancing over your year, don't skip any important milestones. But check yourself, not judging yourself. Check how long you grab on said experience. Just check. Was it joyful? Did it bring you, if you were not thinking about this consciously, it's always been in your experience. This is the time to release all the nonsense. A year in review. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Kim Gary. Hello, Jean. Heather. Jean says, take your shoes off. Come on in. Hello, Katie. Kamara. So I invite, support, encourage you. Look at your past. Just see it. How was it for you? Was it awesome? Some parts, Keith, yes. Then I invite you to go look at the not so awesome parts. Not trying to fix them. Not trying to figure out where things went wrong. That happens in the fire. When we become fluid like water, then we can move to the fire that burns everything of the transient world, even those past memories, COVID-19 2020. You don't have to worry about fixing your past because you can't. You cannot fix your past going at it from the vantage point of going back there to try to fix it. That is becoming the stone. Tonight is memory, presence, and possibility. You cannot fix the past by going into the Stone Age to use a Stone Age mindset or Stone Age technology to fix that past. You can't do it. You won't do it. But when you become like water, like Bruce Lee says, flow, water can crash. It corrects itself, and you actually change your timeline. You time traveler. And then when you jump into the fire, there is no more time. And now I am offering to you this suggestion. Do what you need to do because there is no more time. Memory. Use it right now. At your will, it's at your disposal. Use your memory. Launch yourself back to wherever, whenever. Launch yourself back. How easy was that? You, the soul, the one that is always present, whether we are conscious of that very presence of ourselves or not, used your will and lost yourself to a past experience, and said past experience was real as much as you allowed it to be. Sometimes it's more real when we don't allow it to be because we're ignoring it. And the vibration is still somewhere in the subconscious pulsing, saying, bring me more trouble, bring me more trouble, bring me more trouble. Kim Gary says, I'm holding down everything as we speak in the middle of a storm tornado. Wow, blessings. I am the eye, she says, of the storm, and nothing will stop me from being in the moment presence with you all. Yana vibrations, she says, or high. Love it. Jean says, if something in your past burdens you, then you are truly sorry, then forgiven. Don't let self-judgment to hinder your next experience. I was hoping my Facebook comments would have fallen, but it's been a while. I might need to reinstall because I like seeing what people have to say. That way I don't have to do too many things. I can just look right in front of me and address the questions or comments that may come up or support. Memory, you can use your will and launch yourself back. If you're finding yourself wanting to stay in said experience and it's joyful, you are a conscious time traveler. You are a conscious time traveler. You're choosing to dwell in the joy of something that you remember. You remembering yourself, coming together as a member between this experience, that experience. Time does not exist because you're the one that's present like water, but yet you were able to go back to the Stone Age of your life and simply be with it. Now, the ones that you resist to be with, go there anyway, more so than the joyful experiences, because the joyful experiences are already inside of you vibrating as to why you are now present in such a way. Well, Keith isn't dwelling on something. The intention is totally different. I am not dwelling on the past. I am healing the past. And so you go there, and when you illuminate that dark aspect of yourself that's causing you nothing but trouble on levels you don't understand, then you burn away the walls, you burn away the time, and therefore your joy expands because you're burning away in the fire everything, and you actually heal your broken child self. So we talked about memory. I'm here, and I remember when that person, or, oh wow, remember when that person. Now is a good time to do a life review. More so, Actually, just do a year review, because your life from the beginning up until 2020 has been your life review. And how you grade yourself in that simple review, which is due for all of us, you will know pretty much the whole of your life. And how you've been carrying yourself, how you've been feeling about yourself. But you have to be present, like water. Life-giving water. Water is life-giving. So when you're present with yourself, like water, you give life to yourself. Then when you're in a state of clarity, not confusion, you go back in time. Experience what it was like to be you from another perspective, without judgment, and clear your past residual stuff. Become grateful, become present. Become humble, become present. Become passionate, become present. Become vulnerable, sincere, become present. That's the true Christmas gift. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope your tummies and hearts are full, but I hope your mind is empty. And then we launch ourselves to possibility. Not even I can explain to you what that word really is for anyone. I can say what it is for me. Well, Keith, we know what the word possibility means. Do we really? If we really knew what possibility meant, and I don't mean meant, what it meant, enlightenment would truly be a natural integrative process. We read the definition of possibility. I know what it means. Okay? But have we dropped it into the seat of the soul? Because if we knew what possibility meant, we would claim it as our own. What is possibility? Only you can answer that. What is possible? Well, Keith, everything is. Okay? You don't have to convince me, convince yourself. I try every day myself. I have no idea where this is going. I woke up this morning. That space in between, and the space between, that minuscule space that is a universe in and of itself. I heard center of light bridge. Bridge is the heart. Crossing the bridge to the soul, which is water. Life-giving water, become fluent, become crystal clear like a beautiful mountain spring. I woke up this morning, memory, presence, potential. So I'm going to use my memory, my presence, and what I share with you, I know is potential, as my template. But I also have another beautiful template. I'm going to show that to you now, and then I'm going to take a short song break and come back and let this thing go where it goes. Merry Christmas. Thank you, everyone. Please share my work. Pro bono. Bono. Share bono. Sonny bono. Let's see what's happening on YouTube. Kelly Curtis. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Pamela. Obviously, Facebook chat is not going to engage. I'm going to give it one more go. In fact, I'm going to try this. Let's do this. Remove. Authorize. I love technology. I swear to you, I do. I'm addicted to it. 3 aspects of yourself, sort of like Yanava. Memory, Ya, Nava. Memory, presence, possibility. I think it would actually work if we turned everything around. If we used possibility to fire, that would be Ya. Presence would be Na, in the form of being clear-minded. And Va would be memory, that which is before the experience over here. Va would be the backbone. Since I was born, I was able to erect myself to walk down this timeline towards my future, my possibility. Elaine Leonard says to live free, to be in ever now, in true acceptance of now as is in joy. Yes. I understand not wanting to be around toxic people. That's choice. But when is it not choice? Is it simply I just don't want to be around those people? Or is it, I'm clear. I know what happens there. I just choose it not to be. Because the real test is when you can be around a group of knuckleheads and a vibe that is completely not yours. And you don't feel the sticky and the icky from everyone else. That you just oozing all the syrup that you need. That's actually a complete dimensional shift, because being around said people who used to in the past, memory, becoming present, memory meaning stone, hard, rock, solidified, it's manifested. You can't go back to the past and change the past with a stone mentality. You can't do it. But when you become present in the group of people that you swore you'd never be around again, and you find yourself, I am so planted in myself, you lift more so than if you didn't go to said room with people. Then everything becomes possible. Right there. 1, 2, 3. So it's not this long stretch of time. It's about taking the time to widen the intervals of joy, or to shorten. I would say widen the intervals of joy versus shorten the intervals of non-joy. Totally different. It's playing in a new arena. The other night when I gave the presentation for Reappearance, the 7th annual Christmas special, I listened to the entire thing, looking in the eyes of Jesus. And through Shaktipat, he gave me a message of how somewhere seated within me at a very deep layer was a feeling of not being good enough. And the Christmas gift that he gave me was this powerful message about tonight is coming through. And I leveled up. I've shifted. I hope you have shifted. I hope you are shifting. Tell me of your shift. We all need to know of this, man. I love it, Elaine. She says, I can be around anyone as is love. Dig that. So what I'm going to use as a template for tonight, other than my presentation titles, Center of Light Bridge. This is the bridge. This is the soul. This is the Stargate. The Sacred Heart. The Cosmic Womb. The Garden. The Kingdom. The Forever. The Infinite. The Eternal. The Exalted. Memory, presence, possibility. And so when I woke up and started doing my Facebook early morning scrolling with some coffee. There you go, Gene. Coffee. Gene likes when people say the word coffee. Hey, Gene, coffee. He knows I love him. Remind me to tell you about the fairies. This is going to be my... Yeah, absolutely, Gene. Water has memory. Exactly. This is another template for me tonight. The final bridge to cross is to let go of the mind-created spiritual self. Burn that bridge behind you. Stay empty of self-image and cease looking back. Remain in the neutrality of being. That's it. So Muji says, don't look back. If that is something that is in your spiritual ability and grasp to be able to say, I don't need to look back. I'm done. Because everything up until this moment is a smoke screen, and I will no longer smoke on that pipe. Some people aren't there yet. Go visit your past. Don't dwell in the misery of your past and loathe yourself and blame others. Rejoice that Christ has been born in you 2,000 plus years ago. The gift was already given. Again, I want to say this because it's powerful. And no matter how anyone would choose to take it out of context, the seed will be planted. Jesus does not save you. Jesus does not save you. Jesus does not save you. If you don't choose to be saved, Jesus does nothing. It's in your choosing that you choose to get out of losing, and then therefore you help yourself, which will be backed by support from masters of the higher ups, absolutely. But Jesus doesn't save you. That process was done 2,000 plus years ago. He done his work. Now it's our turn. So if you have to go back and look at your life, do it in a glimpse. What did Lot say? We're leaving this city and don't look back. The water's moving. The fire's happening. Possibility. Don't look back. And she looked back. And she turned to a pillar of salt or stone in this allegory. Looking back can be a beautiful thing. It could also bind you to another 10-year prison sentence. Jean says, Jesus reminded us the way to salvation. I am in my Father, my Father's in me, and I am in you. You will do greater works than I. How is that even possible? We know that everyone is inferior to Jesus, but he himself said, you will do greater works than I. How is that possible? But when it comes off the lips of the Master himself, then it's not only possible, it is the truth. Some people have a problem with that truth. Well, then you take it up with the Master. Tonight is Center of Light Bridge. Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. My new bestseller. Links in here on Amazon. I'll drop the link now. You can purchase this new bestseller, or you can, if you have already, go there and you can use the same link and leave me a review. And there, the Facebook feed starts working. I've been blessed. I've crossed the bridge, y'all. It's good to see you. I hope your bellies are full. I hope your heart is full. But I hope your mind is empty. Always. Stop being the mind-created spiritual image. I'm speaking directly to this guy right here. Be you. How do I be me? You already missed it. But what if you've already missed it? You've missed it again. Being you means being you. Regardless. There's nothing else. There's no instructions booklet. There's no manual or womanule. All there is Emmanuel, and that lives in you. And you got to be that. The unique, crazy, unbridled spiritual fire that you are. Regardless of what anyone thinks. Regardless of what you were taught and bought and sought. Just be joyful. Just be happy. Do what you love always. However it makes people crappy. Center of Light Bridge. This is it. We are moving into 2021. Well, what does that mean? We'll find out soon. When I woke up from my sleep this morning, I just come out of the realm of fairies. Wow. They were everywhere. Well, Keith, you sure you weren't dreaming? I'm pretty sure of who I am, and I was dreaming. They were excited that I could actually see their realm versus someone stumbling upon their realm with a door open and they get to see a glimpse of a fairy and it's gone. I was dwelling in their kingdom, if you will. And they were all over me. They actually look like giant mosquitoes, those daddy long leg mosquitoes, whatever they're called, with little human bodies. I've been to the fairy realm a few times. This one was pretty significant. But in the fairy realm, there wasn't really any talking, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Huh? Was none of that. It was talking. Millions of voices. Millions. But it sounded like one stream, one concert. And you knew exactly who to hone in on at whatever time. Like listening to music. When you listen to a band and someone's playing a guitar solo, you listen to the guitar solo because that's his solo, and you want to check the guy out. Or the singer, when is he singing lyrics? Even though you hyper-focus on said musician, doesn't mean you don't hear the rest of the music while it's happening. Same, likewise, in this place, I hear the entire orchestra of the fairy world in my consciousness, but I can hear who was directing what to me. I was listening to said guitar solo or said lead singer or vocalist, if you will. It's a beautiful place. And there are probably more fairies in the fairy kingdom. There are probably, this was my impression, there are more fairies in the fairy kingdom than there are sentient beings in any kingdom. They're everywhere. And they all get along. At least in the layer of fairyhood, fairyville that I was in. There are probably more sentient beings known as fairies than any other being in said reality. Humans have, 8 billion people on this plane? The angelic kingdom, I'm sure, is infinite. But what I'm talking about are physical little beings bouncing around, flying around, fairies. And I got a glimpse of life teeming everywhere. We say, well, there are so many different dimensions and realities. That's not the truth. There are not so many or different. There are infinite dimensions, and they're all different. It's not only so many of them. Well, there's a number, it might be 2 million, but no, there's not. It's infinite. From the center of creation, presence, all the way to the past, memory, stone, to the future, to possibility, fire. But it's really, the truth is, it's all presence, because that's the bridge between the Stone Age and the Golden Age. And you are the eternal, ageless one. I'm going to be right back. Good to see you, center of light. I hope your bellies are full. I hope your mind is empty and your heart is full.
Trust that I will guide you in whatever you do. Just remember to breathe and do your very best to live in love, give in love, be in love, and love you shall receive.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light Bridge. Memory, presence, and possibility. I am a soul of divine light here in this planet to use my God-given abilities for peace and unity as an anchor for the prophecy of heaven on earth. I am that which is and will always be. My intent is to be conscious every moment. Presence. Placing my feet on the path toward the kingdom of my divine birth. Presence. It is my birthright of which I now claim. Where I am from, where we are from, there is no blame, shame, nor gain, as I am the soul, S-O-U-L, S-O-L-E, the sole provider of my infinite experience. No person, place, or thing can affect me in my essence, for I am invincible. My will is to forever move inward, forward, and toward the great central sun. I am that sun, S-U-N-S-O-N, daughter. And because I give warmth and light to everything, I can never die, for I am eternal. My divine principle, parent, is calling me homeward, and I must go. As I have patiently waited and taken powerful steps for eons, I now find myself standing at the garden gate. With every breath, I cross the threshold of the bridge and into the kingdom of forever. At last, I am at peace, for I am a child of the living infinite light, and so it is. Amen. Amen. I am now a participant of iHeartRadio. I now want to read the definitions of the words for tonight's theme, Center of Light Bridge. We know what bridge is, but especially these three. Tonight we're talking about memory, being hard on ourselves because of our past. Stone. Our lives are set in stone, so we feel sometimes hard on ourselves. Stone technology, the stone age of our lives. Because sometimes memory, if it's memory, it's just that, it's a memory. But also memory can apply to those who are dwelling back, trying to coalesce even more with the past experience that has not brought them joy whatsoever. Definition of memory: the faculty by which the mind stores and remembers information. I have a great memory for faces. Something remembered from the past, a recollection. One of my earliest memories is of sitting on his knee. Similar recollection, remembrance, reminiscence, evocation. Wow, can't pronounce the word today. Evocation, reminder, souvenir. Our lives are somewhat like souvenirs. We wear them upon our sleeves. Echo, impression. These are the definitions, similar words for memory. So what is memory on the higher spiritual plateau? First and foremost, without the soul, nothing happens. So it's all encrypted, embedded, contained within the soul. So even though we have memory, because if you pass in this life and you don't reach the absolute, you don't get completely God, but you get a heavenly experience. We're still in the mind aspect of memory. Because I'm not all the way to God yet, but I am in a heavenly kingdom, a higher realm. We're still using mind. Because without mind at all, we go to the fire. And you can bet in the fire, you can remember everything. So truly, ultimate memory is stored in the Yanava, the absolute soul without blemish. Memory can come through the bridge, Center of Light bridge of the mind, but you will only find it as the source of all things, or the wellspring in the fire. Memory. Definition of presence: the state or fact of existing. I just posted in both these forums 4 things you can never change no matter what. You can tell your mama, dad, and there's nothing you can do about it either. 4 things you can never change. The first one is you exist. Always have, do now, and forever will. Memory. Well, I did exist in the past because that's where that stone is. That kidney stone is. The stone age of my life. But I know I'm here now. And I hope that potential, in a good way, awaits me now. The state or fact of existing, occurring, or being present in a place or thing. The presence of chlorine in the atmosphere. Whatever. That's the quote. Similar existence. You exist. Being there. Where is there that you're being? It might seem like you are being there, but ultimately you're being here, because when you get there, where are you? You here. Attendance. When you become fully focused and attentive and give certain things your attention, that would be present. I'm present with this thing. Presence. Appearance. Center of light appearance. The return of Christ that I did Christmas Eve. Resonance. Occupancy. Company. Companionship. Turning up. Showing up. The opposites. Absence. A person or thing that exists or is present in a place but is not seen. That implies someone as objectively looking and not seeing a something. But a person can be present and not being in a seeing capacity because they're unconscious. You can still be dwelling on the past in your present moment, but you're really dwelling. You're fixated on a past situation, but you're actually present, but you're dwelling. The monks became aware of a strange presence. This is from the dictionary. The monks, Buddhist monks, Hindu, whatever, the monks implying someone earnestly seeking the divine. The monks became aware. It didn't say see, it didn't say smell or heard. It said the monks became aware of a strange presence. Similar, ghost, spirit, specter, phantom, vision, wraith, shadow, poltergeist, manifestation, apparition, supernatural being, bodok, doopy, spook, shade, visitant, revenant, a group of people, especially soldiers or police stationed in a particular place. This is under presence. Here, aware of situation. In the past, if you were what I just described, in your past, you would have been present. And if you're still present now, in this moment, you would see no gradation of your past, because it's all for you happening right now in this moment. And when you live in that state ongoingly, the only moment is now, the now moment. Possibility, this should be fun. I don't read my definitions. I just grab them and drop them, so I like to get the effect and the intuition that wells up inside immediately. It works best versus me using my mind to dwell back to the past to try to remember what I think it means. It hits me in my heart directly. Possibility, center of light bridge tonight. Memory, presence, possibility. Past, present, future. Stone, water, fire. Possibility, fire. A thing that may happen or be the case. There was always the possibility that he might be turned down. I like turned on, turned up, turned in. Similar, chance, likelihood, probability, prospect, good word. Hope. Hope's a beautiful word, but it always implies always out of my grasp. Prospect implies, I heard there was gold in them Bar Hills. I'm going looking. It's a prospect. Hope means it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful song. Hope is always a future event. So we never really get there because I'm hoping. I don't know for sure, which makes it concrete in stone, and that past it becomes your new experience because you want to. That's the stuff you want to solidify. It's the unconscious stuff that is solidified, that has caused us often those days, weeks, months that we've cried. Risk. Risk is better than prospect or hope and or any of it. Chance, likelihood, probability, prospect, hope, risk. That is the fire. That is when we make it all possible. Hazard, danger, risk. Fear, the state or fact of being likely or possible. Likelihood. Feasibility, chances, odds, attainability. So it's no longer about hoping. Hoping is, I'm hoping against hope. It's a double whammy, actually. But attainability means it may be out of my grasp as I hope, but I'm not going to strictly rely on hope or blind faith. I'm going to live in the fire and burn this reality into existence because it is attainable for me, and I have to play the game fairly. I have to walk as those who have walked before me, directly into the fire. Achievability, potentiality, conceivability, probability, opportunity, scope, workableness, a thing that may be chosen or done out of several possible alternatives. There's only one possibility, one road. There are many roads or possibilities or alternatives that get to the absolute altar. Many roads to the highway. Option, alternative, choice, course of action, solution, recourse. Remember, the walls that you put up that keep others out are the same walls you use to imprison yourself. Who are you protecting yourself from? Set in stone, I am not budging. I understand. But I am not budging. Who are you protecting yourself from? Could it possibly be an unconscious part of yourself? You know, the same person, you, that wasn't consciously aware to see the red flags allowing you to make the same and different choice dating your soon-to-be ex-partner that won't leave you alone. See what I mean? I know that's got to sting. It stings me. The boundaries are in our head, are they not? When we set up a supposed boundary, do we actually see a circle or perimeter drawn around us? As I said, heaven and hell, their stairway to, or the gateway to, is the same door. And that door is 2021. 2020 kicked it open, and it was coming through strong. Now we acclimated to it somewhat. You have to have your spiritual groove, your muscles, to move into it. Congratulations, no one's kicking you in your pants to insult you. I am kicking you in your pants to engulf you even more, that now that you got your spiritual walk on, because all of us that have, quote, survived, we're no longer surviving it. And I don't mean just physical death, because we all died. We all died in March 2020. We all died. Thank God. My condolences. We all died. But we didn't just survive. Now we're thriving into the window that's going to be open, not necessarily wider, more visible, deeper. And you will find yourself remembering your past lovingly or dwelling on it and can't get out of it. Your best ploy is to become present, like water. Flow, be fluent, be clear. That will ultimately bring you to the fire, which will turn the very water into steam, which leaves the transient world, which leads you, me, we of it all, back to the all of it, into possibility. Listen to me when I tell you this very carefully. We just had the solar eclipse. 2020, the harbinger of change. 2020, Jesus has returned on the earth, the rebirth of the Christ. The great conjunction of 2020, prophecy unfolding before our very eyes, but most importantly, within our very hearts. There is no turning back. There is no turning back. So when I tell you, when you have however many hundreds of millions or billions of people thinking about, well, tomorrow is the new year. What brings the new year? What is inherent in this new year? Guess what? The first thing is all possibility. Now we're going to move backwards. Wow. Tomorrow's going to be January 1st, 2021. Everything, whether you're thinking about it consciously or not, is irrelevant. Because you know that this is a new year. Speaking of new year, New Year's Eve, I'm going to be doing a presentation called Center of Light Evolution. New Year's revolution, not resolution, revolution. It's a revolution. So 2021 is an infinite possibility, whether you're thinking about it consciously or not. Hundreds of millions of people are hyperfixed and hyperfocused. That is called conscious, united, unified power. Some will be white, light, some will be gray, some will be dark. And we all get what we want. So, the first of the year is going to shift everything from ear to ear. There's no way, scientifically, physics, the law of spirit, that it cannot. It's impossible. How did I predict last year, January 31st, what was coming? God just gave you the secret. Hundreds of millions of people are going to say, wow, we're going into this double-digit 2020. They may have left it there, and the spiritualists or the religious go into the work, and it all gets manipulated, and it becomes self-fulfilling prophecy. In fact, the prophecy of the days of yore is just that. It's just prophecy. But we make it happen because we believe it so much. So January 1st, 2021 is infinite possibility, going backwards. Infinite possibility. When that door kicks in, it's going to require us to be present. If not, we're going to find ourselves using the stone age of our life to be in more difficulty, more so than 2020, or we're going to use that very stone to step up like Peter and become the rock. I'm going to be right back. Keith Anthony Blanchard is Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light Bridge. Think about what a bridge is. It's something you cross. And if what you know as you is you, and you know something as God that lives inside of you, then obviously, if we're not there yet, there has to be a crossing point. A landmark that says, and even higher beings around you say, congratulations. Now we're going to kick you in your pants and do your spiritual dance this way as we have been supporting you and you have achieved. It's become attainable to you. And now you're no longer hoping against hope. You're walking the rope bridge. and not a rope around your neck. Heck, I don't know exactly all these metaphors you use, Keith, or how to do it, or I'm not really sure of myself. I am absolutely sure that you are sure that you know how to contact me. I will throw you into the fire. It may burn or sting for a bit, but eventually you will learn to enjoy the warmth. Be right back.
I lift you up to your most high. Cherish the time when you walk by. I see you in my life for all time. I've touched your face 1,000 lifetimes. I know the way you talk in rhymes. The breath you take is part of mine. As you float before my eyes, you touch my hand, it makes me cry. Just to know you're there, just to know you're there. So here we go again, lifeless ones with a friend, another chance to let love in. And in another life, our eyes will meet one more time. I see you in my life for all time. As
Welcome back to Center of Light. I was going to play one last time the video of the eclipse that just happened. Do you see what it said? It said, fake news. Whatever. But I was going to play it one last time to inspire this spark of magic. That's what 2021 is. It's a spark of magic. White magic, dark magic, beautiful life, or one that is tragic. It's irrelevant. That's not how God works. God says, yes, you can have it. You can simply have it. It's really up to you. What are we going to do? 2021, year in review. Don't dwell. Simply look at it. Instead of looking at your whole life, that'll take a lot of time. You can see your whole life when you review 2020. Can you not? How you been feeling? I got some grumpiness in this old man. But this beautiful lady right here, I love my crystal. She's also in review. In my view, my purview. I'm going to change the music as we exit here shortly. Tonight is Center of Light Bridge. We're always crossing bridges, or you're burning those behind you in a good way. You heard the expression, don't burn any bridges. I get it. Everyone's an ally. But we have to cut ties. We have to die. You have to die in the fire. Who in the hell wants to... Look, no one really wants to die. You may not be scared of death, but I'm sure we all have a concern about how this is going to go down, especially in fire. That's the ultimate price in it. We all have to pay to be burned alive until dead. So Merry Christmas, so that Christ can be reborn. The phoenix, it rises out of the ashes of fire. You simply have to want something and be willing to toss everything that represents unconsciousness nonsense. Well, Keith, that's so sacred to me. That's a large part of my life. It's a large part of your existence. It's not a large part of your life. The Stone Age, memory. If you don't go into memory or glaze over your life consciously, it becomes a stone. When you simply launch your free will to become a time traveler, then the Stone Age of your life becomes a stepping stone into living and not existing. Then you become present, and then you begin to flow like water. Water can move, or you can crash. But when you can become conscious of the water element, you're not 75, what are you, 75% water? So when you become conscious of the 75% of your cosmic self, water's life-giving, the earth is 3 parts water, so forth and so on, as above, so below, and forever will go. Then you have crossed the bridge of the soul. Now you're walking beyond the center point. Center point. There's really nothing beyond the center point. Center point in a linear fashion. I am now moving. It's like when you're traveling on the road and you're going from Florida to California. From the Florida of your life, the Stone Age, to the California of your life, the possibility, the land of where you think you're going to become a star. You're playing a game with yourself on the road from Florida to California, all the way, because you go, oh my God, I'm halfway there. Living on a prayer, take my hand, we make it, I swear. It's a landmark that says, now I'm coming down the mountain. I have momentum under my ass. At last, I can relax. So tonight is Center of Light Bridge. Stone, memory, stone age of your life. Presence, water. Future, possibility, fire. Fire, 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 fire. It's a way of worship. Scripture always, or at least has often, referred to God as fire. The burning bush, the finger of God written in fire. Ash to ash, dust to dust. Ultimately, it reduces itself to ash. The transient world gets burned away. Do the work now. You're being warned. Warning doesn't mean bad. Warning means an extra heads up. Heed. We have all been doing very, very well. Something else is required if we want to dwell in the infinite wellspring. I know you do. That's why you're still here. I know I do. That's why I'm still here. (2021), it's coming. Don't expect anything. Expect everything, because everything will become visible. Don't expect anything. Expect everything. Because God, remember this, always remember this. Hello, Melinda. Hello, Katie. She says I'm back. Hello, Abigail. 2021, don't expect anything. Expect everything. Because everything will make itself known. It requires each of us to either reflect consciously, intentionally on our past, not to heal it, because your past is not broken. It's to reveal it. So you can stop choking on the bullshit. I was choking on bullshit the other night. I divulged some of mine as I regurgitated a new possibility. I was vulnerable. And I've been holding on to, at a core level, not being good enough. And at a core level of not being good enough, I saw a beautiful presentation come out of my being by looking and seeing into Jesus' eyes. And a part of me was burnt into the fire. I died. And I'm here to tell you I've resurrected. I died that night. On Christmas Eve night, I died. And a new level of Christ was born in me. Can you see the joy in my face? I want to see the joy on your face, in your heart. Send me pictures of yourself doing something you absolutely love that sets you aglow. 2021 is going to be hello or attaboy. Massage, a bust on the head. We've all done well. Many of us are going to move to the next level. It's not that it's not about higher or lower levels. It's about levels of joy. It doesn't make anyone better than you. It just makes someone more invested. This is my vest. I'm investing. It just makes them more practiced, more wanting of a something. But don't be wandering and wondering about a something when you can always find me. I'm not better than you. I'm just more invested for many years. If I want to learn how to dance, I go to a dance teacher. If I want to learn how to cook, I go to a chef. If I want to learn how to become a policeman, I go to Policeman Academy. If you want to be a better human being, nobility-wise, for your sake, and your sake alone, then you find someone who you vibrate with, who you want to vibrate like, and likewise, you vibrate. And your teacher will tell you, It's been your choice the whole time. See? Do you see? January 1st, 1 second after midnight on December 31st, which I am going to do a New Year's Eve presentation, which is Center of Light Evolution, New Year's Revolution, not resolution, revolution. We've already done with the past. It's been resolved. There's no resolution. We can simply just choose to say, I'm done. Keep in mind, when I say, I'm done, does not mean anything you've left undone, you can simply just toss away because of your attention. You can, but you have to be a well-integrated individual to be that powerful, magical, willful. Hundreds of millions of people are going to come to a state of awareness 1 second after midnight on 2021 ago. This is a new possibility. Then bottle rockets from every individual on earth are going to start shooting off into creation. And I'm telling you, without any hesitation, the doorway, which is Center of Light Bridge tonight, memory, presence, and possibility, will answer you with, you are loved so much and beyond measure. It is my pleasure. And yes, you can have whatever treasure you are seeking, conscious or not. Everything you have known. Let me say that again. Everything you have believed to and or not to exist. Even the not to exist. Throw that in the trash as well. Don't ponder infinity any longer because it becomes finite. Because we come to a conclusion, a decision. This is what infinity is. We've missed it. Don't do that. Go into absolute nothing. There is nothing but presence. And that can be limiting as well. So I'm present now. That's limiting. That's truly not great. That's a phenomenal shift. But that's not what presence is. Maybe it's part of the journey. It is part of the journey to go, wow, I feel that I'm becoming present. Oh my God, is this what presence is? There's another level, which is nothing. No talk, no squawk, no balk, none of it. In fact, there's no words that you would ever dare to utter about such sacred ground. That is presence. When we become that fluent like water, coming out of the Stone Age, using the stone to step up, then we move into the fire. To burn the transient world. Not only is the world out here on fire, the world in here will become ablaze. And then we move in the cave of Samadhi. And it belongs to everyone, beautifully, sacredly. Everybody. Center of Light Bridge. It's you. You. The more you remember, everything is you. Well, Keith, don't I have a personal life? Yes, but it's you. Reflections of. I believe in you. Believe in me. Let's believe in we. We got this. 2021 is our birthright as we move into the kingdom of forever. Peace.